Hello everybody, Tokyo Drew 85 here, and I wanted to make this video now because I just saw the new trailer for the Castlevania anime on Netflix, and I already saw some things that I was annoyed with. I mean, granted, I did like the original show, the original seasons. They did take some liberties, like for some reason they I don't know if you guys noticed they race swapped Isaac in the Curse of Darkness game. He was like this white skinny necromancer with red hair, and then they flipped him to black. I mean, I was okay with it because it made him cooler. And overall, I liked the show in general. I just wished that very last episode they didn't bring Dracula back and Maria for absolutely no reason, and then do nothing with the story and end it. I felt like that was kind of ridiculous. And the whole thing with the strong female characters are okay, but I just feel like they shoehorn them all in. But overall, I did like the first 3 seasons of the show. But now seeing the teaser for the new season with Richter, I'm already annoyed. I saw like 5 or 6 panels where he's like crying pretty much in every scene that he's in, from like a little boy to an adult, and I'm just thinking like that's not even Richter's character. Richter was extremely arrogant. It was actually one of the reasons why the Belmont family kind of fell apart in the first place. After his role in Symphony of the Night, he succumbed to his dark urges of being a hero and essentially brought Dracula back just so he could be a hero over again. And then I see characters in there like Maria and Annette. You know what Maria and Annette did in the games? They got kidnapped. They both got kidnapped. So I don't know why they're fighting any characters in the show while Rick on the sidelines crying about various things. Granted, I have no context to it, and again, it's just the first trailer, but I'm already like super annoyed with it as it is. Again, I don't mind the strong female characters, but don't keep shoehorning them in. I saw a bunch of other characters I don't recognize. I'm sure they'll explain them and work them into the story. There was a lot of stuff going on. Technically, Alucard could be in the story too, because again, he was. That's kind of the Symphony of the Night timeline. I don't know how far they're going to go back or forward with it. But again, just every scene he was crying. It was just so annoying to see. I mean, we'll have to see how it plays out. I mean, I didn't like the chemistry between Alucard and Trevor in the original 3 seasons. It just felt very forced, which I felt was kind of like a missed opportunity for the most part. I felt like that could have been explored a lot more. The highlight for me with the original season was the fight with Death and also the fight with Camilla. Those were both very, very good standout fights. And the show could have been tweaked and been much better, but overall, like I said, this first teaser is just kind of disappointing. Again, because that's just not Richter's character. They seem to just beta-tize all these male characters. Same thing with Hector in the original, 3 seasons. Hector was not like a weak character. Granted, I mean they kind of worked it into where he was being manipulated, so they made sense. And I imagine they're gonna do a similar thing with Richter. But I hope it works out better. But like automatically, it just seems like annoying. And the fact that they showed it in the teaser and they focused on it just seems like they're going a certain direction with the character. I don't know if I like where that direction is going. It's such a it's so well animated, and it could be such a great show if they you know just stick to the characters how they're originally developed and stop shoehorning in again with all these strong female characters. Again, I don't mind strong female characters, but don't put them in there where they weren't any. Like Carmilla did exist in the Castlevania lore, and she does, but the other 3 or 4 of the female vampires, they didn't exist. Don't even know where they came from. And again, with the race swap with Isaac was really weird. But I mean, I only know him as Isaac because they called him Isaac. I would have never thought he was the Isaac from Curse of Darkness. And Hector looked just like himself, so that was unquestionable. But again, I said I wanted to get this video out because it was very fresh in my mind. Like I literally just saw the trailer like 10 minutes ago and already like super annoyed with it. I mean, hopefully I'm not as annoyed as how they ended, the last season with Dracula coming back for absolutely no reason. And I guess they're just gonna drop that because you know the Richter Belmont timeline is a good 300-400 years in the future. So I mean, obviously Dracula's gonna be in it. He's a main antagonist, but it just seemed like a weird artistic decision. I know when these shows are made, they kind of give up, you know, how the show is going to be made. They give up the direction of the show to whoever's creating it. But I feel there should be some oversight at least. I mean, continuity, it's not bad. I mean, the event still unfolded the way they unfolded. That's not too far off, but the way they played out was could have been better. You know, again, like I said, the highlight being the fight with Death and Carmelo were really, really good. So let me know what you guys think about it. I mean, again, like I said, you go see the teaser for yourself. I wasn't super impressed with it. Again, seeing, you know, him crying in most of the teaser was not very uplifting for me. Again, because that's just not Richter's character. It just seems to be enough like artistic liberty. But again, we'll have to see how it works out when the show airs in September. But I already don't have high hopes about it. So let me know what you guys think and have a good night.